Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And put down below in the comment section what your favorite crypto is. And let's get started with some of the crypto news, huh? Well, actually, first, let's take a little bit of an overview of the crypto prices. Bitcoin, actually every crypto here in the top is in the neutral zone, except for Doge, which of course is recovering from the little pump which it witnessed yesterday. But generally speaking, all cryptos are in neutral territory, which is basically between the -4 and +4 area, more specifically about 3. I don't think any coin is actually more than 2.5, but you guys get it, right? And usually I kind of measure it with Bitcoin, basically. If Bitcoin is +2%, then all these coins can deviate about 3% from there. So for example, Polkadot is doing a little bit more negative than others. Why? Pretty strange, because Polkadot had a really big advancement today, which we are talking about in another video later today. But generally speaking here, most coins are following the exact same course, so nothing really much happening. We're basically just, I guess, building right now. And again, guys, I've been telling you for a little bit, I think Bitcoin has to build first. We are still in an extremely bullish area, but we are retesting. Right now, we're in an extremely important zone for Bitcoin, and it's basically got to show the majority of the people that it can proceed. There's enough purchasing power, enough buying pressure to actually pull through here, which is why we're facing such a difficult time here. Then again, if you look at the entire, I guess, road here, I've been buying into Bitcoin from about 48,000 or so. Let's quickly check it out. So here our last buy, most likely, was at about 49,000 or so per Bitcoin. I basically told you guys here we're going to buy the breakout. We did. And then later on I told you guys we're going to buy halfway throughout this candle, which is about 53,000. Right now we're at 63 or 62 point something. So anybody who's been following the channel for a little while made some money with these trades. I hope. And by the way, if you did or you are enjoying these videos, make sure you press that like button. And right now, I'm basically watching for an XRP breakout on the short term here. All right, it's looking like we're going to break out towards the upside. Waiting for it. I want to see some volume happening with that though, because right now the volume on XRP is extremely low, and it's not a critical breakout. It is a 1 hour. And again, if we look on the XRP pairs actually from a longer perspective here, we're basically forming a symmetrical triangle. However, a very, I guess, positive symmetrical triangle, because we're upward sloping in that sense. The supports are getting higher relatively than the resistances are getting lower, which is definitely nice to see. Again, in the easiest ways to show it, it's like this. It goes a little bit exponential, a little bit parabolic, which you want to see for the more beautiful breakouts like that. That's the weekly perspective though. From a daily perspective on XRP, I'm still going to say that things are looking quite good. We're basically building around the 0.618 Fibonacci level right now, which is the $1.06-ish area. You can clearly see the major trend line is still being supported. We're still a ways above that, which would have us at about $1, $1.01 or so. I'm going to say that that's kind of the worst case. If I had to open any trade, I would most likely put my stop loss at about 99 cents or so, just a little bit above it, or below $1. Then again, it kind of depends on where we're going to get to that area from. I just think we are building right now on the 0.618 Fibonacci level, which is about $1.06, $1.07, and we're going to bounce back to $1.22 without really much of a hassle, right? And I've been telling you guys, we kind of play ping pong here within this area until we break out towards either side. And these little moves right there are kind of stop loss hunters is what I call them. So again, if you're wondering, yes, I have long positions open on XRP and Bitcoin. You can see we are in 250% profit on our XRP trade, 400% profit on our Bitcoin trade. And I do think that even buying right now is not a bad idea, as my most recent buy of XRP was at about $1.07 or so. Unfortunately, it could have been lower. It could have been at $1.01 like 2 days ago, but I wasn't there watching too much, so I didn't get that dip. Then again, right now, even I think is still pretty damn cheap, because my last buy on my main account, I think was at like $1. Yeah, I think $1.06.8, $1.07 or so throughout the last couple of days. Because I was actually, I think, buying into this candle, but it might be the candle like right here a little bit later. So it might be like $1.06 or so where I got back into it, because I didn't catch the dip when it was happening this severely. Too bad, but sometimes you don't win, right? Sometimes you don't. The big short investor, Michael Burry, says he's not betting against crypto and reveals he bought a couple of coins. Two things to say. One, this guy is full of crap. My own opinion. Because I think he's changed his mind a couple of times on crypto, saying, no, it's going to crash like crazy. And now he's saying, no, I'm going to hold some coins, yada, whatever, man. And second of all, these are contrarian investors who basically make money and get attention from betting on the contrary. What that means is, let's say we take XRP. If you're betting on XRP to go up, no, maybe you should better take Bitcoin or the crypto market in general. It doesn't really matter which one you take. If you're betting that the crypto market goes up, you don't really stand out because everybody expects the exact same thing. And most people push the bullish narrative regardless of what's actually happening, basically. If you are saying, however, that it's going to crash, you might not be right initially. It might take a long time. But once you are right, because you are one of the only ones who bet against it, you get a lot of fame and recognition for, quote unquote, being right and being the contrarian because you're betting against something. Now, the problem with being a contrarian is that even though it might take 5 years, eventually you might be right. And the same thing for the big short here. Theoretically speaking, you can be right about your fact that you have to short. However, you're talking about a collapse or about a bigger event happening. It might take, let's say, 5 additional years for you to actually be right. And were you then actually that right, though? Even though you said the underlying foundations were stupid and the price should crash, for Bitcoin, for example, for XP, for example, whatever, and it takes 5 years, though, for that to actually happen, were you then right? In those 5 years, you most likely lost a ton of money, and you made a lot of basically bad trades. So were you right then? That's the difficult part. So even though this guy might know more than we do, or he might have some crazy info about the crypto market, doesn't mean he actually is like a credible guy to follow, basically. It doesn't really matter what they think, if you guys get my drift. It's just my own thought process, though. Michael Burry isn't betting against crypto, and he actually bought a few tokens now, even though he was really negative about it. The big short investor said he tweeted about shorting crypto to underline the hype around it. Sure, man. And Burry expressed interest in blockchain technology and suggested NFTs could serve a purpose. I think this is just a you can't beat them, join them type of mentality. He was just saying, I'm shorting it because if he were correct, he'd get a lot of fame for it. And now he's like, oh no, it's going to keep going up. He's like, I was just kidding, He didn't think, you thought it was really shorting it? Don't make those jokes around me. Of course I wouldn't. I was just trying to prove a point. Yeah, I know too many of those people, man. Now, Cardano. Why is Cardano still struggling despite the high investor interest? Another one here. Cardano traders have started longing again while funding on Binance pickups. Easiest thing to say here is Cardano is in a phase right now where there's not that many quote-unquote new things happening on the short term, but the fundamentals that have been brewing up for the last couple of months are starting to build. Yesterday, I made a small little update on ADA Lend, which I hope is going to go on the same course as ETH Lend, aka AVA right now. I don't know if they have a token. I still don't know. I didn't check the comments yet for all of you guys if you said it. But I would definitely buy that if it's a token on its own. But more importantly, I really wonder what the next big thing for ADA is going to be. And right now we're kind of in a null period where we had the big upgrade, the big Alonzo, the big everything, the big staking, the big smart contract. We had everything. Right now we're basically going to scale and of course become more decentralized piece by piece and have the big scaling update, yada yada. You guys get it. But that is all very far away. It's not like we can say, oh, this is going to happen in 3 weeks from now, so let's get hyped up. And since Cardano doesn't have any of these immediate huge epochs that are going to happen in the near future, but they're pretty far away, I think also that's why the Cardano interest is right now a lot lower than it was before. Even though fundamentally Cardano is now better than ever, I think people want something to look forward to. And even though they're progressing, people already kind of factor that into the price. So is Cardano a huge project? Yes. Does it have that much reason for the coin basically to go pump up like crazy in the short term? I'm not really too sure about that, guys. I am not really too sure about that. But I've been thinking about it, though. I've been thinking about what can make Cardano pump. And I guess maybe it's just one solid project that gets built on there that could do everything. I guess it could. And then record-breaking 10,000 Bitcoin sell order filled on OKX. A major order appeared on Chinese crypto exchange, but traders have not noticed it. Okay. According to the latest data from TradingView, a major trading volume spike has appeared on the BTC to USDT trading pair on OKX. According to Colin Wu, the spike in volume has appeared due to an order fulfillment on the exchange. And since the effect from the sell order has not appeared on the chart, it was most likely eaten by the buying power on the market. Once large orders like that are realized, traders would usually see a significant wick inside of a daily candle. And the main conclusion that traders make of a stable price action picture is that the current trend is moving with strong support and high liquidity underneath it. the higher the liquidity, by the way, the easier they can catch moves that are like 10,000 Bitcoin, because the more liquid it is, the more money you basically need to move the market. So, according to different sources, the number of Bitcoin moved through exchange orders is far greater than 10,000 and actually remains at 14,000. USD value would sit at 610 and $854 million respectively. At press time, Bitcoin is trading at about 62,000, which is pretty damn juicy. That is crazy though. If that was such a huge order, that's just crazy, right? Yeah, a sell order of 10,000 Bitcoin. That is actually huge. That is freaking, as just stated right there, $610 million. Pretty crazy if you start to think about it. But that's besides the point, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. So, guys, make sure you press the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. Adios, amigos, and have a nice day. Check out Bybit, by the way, because right now there's a $3,500 bonus. A link is down below, so check it out.